Hi everybody, Kent from Oz here with another FIlofax tip. Well, if you're like me and you have a leather bound binder, a FIlofax, you might find that some of the ones that have the pen loops, and in this case this one has a pen loop on either side here, when you first get them you find that the pens may not slide in and out quite easily. Now the pen that I use for my FIlofax is a friction erasable pen. They're great, and they come with a sort of a rubberized pen holder here which starts to hold and grip into the pen loop, and if you push it in it sort of gets a bit stuck, and what I really need is a pen that can actually slide in and out quite easily but still be held secure. Now this one I've managed to create quite a good fit, so it wasn't like that when I first got the FIlofax. So what happened was I could hardly push it into the pen loop, and this is a pure leather pen loop. You can get elasticized ones, and what would happen is that the grip of the pen would not push itself through, and my pen would be stuck almost outside of the binder here, and it was not really working for me, and so I needed to actually make it bigger. So it took me a while to work out how to do this, but I'm going to share the trick with you of how to make your pen loops expand to accommodate the pens that you need. Okay, so here's what you need. You need to first of all decide that which pen I guess that you really do want to use in your binder. If you're a person who swaps various types of pens, well this may not work for you because you don't want to overstretch the pen loop. In this case I know that I use these friction pens, and I use a black and a red pen, and my preference is to have my black pen on this side and my red pen on this side. Now as I said, this one works quite well. It holds the pen quite securely, but it's easy for me to put in and out. And what I want to do is just stretch it a little bit bigger than the width of this pen, so it is able to just slide straight in. So what I did was I found one in my collection of pens, something that was just a little bit wider, and if you can see here I've got my Sharpie, and it's probably only about 2 to 3 millimeters wider, and I actually when I first tried to do this could not put the Sharpie in very easily. So here's the tip. I'm going to stretch this one because this pen loop on this side still is sticking, and I cannot actually push the pen, the red one, in very easily. I could force it and it can get in, and then it's a bit of a tug to pull it out. Not what I want. So how can I make this pen loop, this leather pen loop, just a little bit larger? Well, here's what I do. First thing you need is very good quality cream. This is just Nivea cream, and you don't need a lot of it, but what you do need to do is just have a little dab of it. I wouldn't even use more than that, and you need to place it over the Sharpie to enable it to go in. So a clearer face cream or moisturizing cream, or ideally even a leather conditioning cream would work, but just to save time I've just placed a little bit of that Nivea on there and placing it into the pen loop, and it goes in quite easily. So you need to cover the inside of the loop with the face cream like that, so it goes in. But this width is still a little bit too thin to accommodate my pen. Okay, so what I then do is just, I've got a little bit of the cream still on the tip of my finger, just to put a little bit more cream on that. But you can see here the lid of the Sharpie has this ridge, and I'm going to use this to do the stretching for me. So it's a bit lubricated in there, and I can place the pen in. I'll just bring it over a bit so you can see, and it will take a little bit of effort to slide in, but you do need something that will lubricate the inside of the tube. Now once that's done, the leather will start to stretch. Now if you then leave that overnight, the pen loop will be quite larger, and that's okay, but what will happen with leather is has a tendency to stretch and then go back to its original shape or close to it. So what you need to do is just help it a little bit, and the other thing that you'll need is just some water. And I've just got some ordinary tap water, and you might go, shock horror, putting water near my FIlofax. Well, I've got to do it very carefully, so I'm going to take the post-it notes out so I don't get anything wet. But I'm just going to very carefully, with a little bit of water, just wet the pen loop like so. And what that will do is help the leather to stretch, relax just a little bit, and then when it dries, it will actually hold its stretch shape just a bit better. Now it will have some shrinkage, and you may find you might have to do this every now and again, but it really does work. And so overnight I can place that in. Now if you find that the rubber grip does have a little bit still catches, you might need to just find a slightly larger pen. But as you can see on this side, and I'll use the red pen here, this pen loop was identical to the other one, and it slides in quite easily, and that's what we really want. So there's a FIlofaX tip for today, how to stretch a pen loop. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, look at my blog. Thanks for all your ideas, and I'll see you in another FIlofaX tip.